was better from the Braves than what he got from the Dodgers. But Freddie wanted to go to L.A. And Devontae Adams wanted to go to the Raiders. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. It was madness yesterday. It was out of control yesterday. There is no way that I am not in last place in our bracket contest. There's no way. I have 8 points. Out of 16 games, I hit half. Half. I lost Kentucky. I got 8 points. 14 points is the lead regionally. Coach Grizz has got 13 points. So he's way out in front of me. He wants to apparently run for president. Coach Grizz for prez. I don't know if we can take another lefty in office. Maybe he's neutral. I don't know. I think that Smokey Mike has got like 12 points. I got 8. 8. And I have no idea what name, Scott Tyson or Drew DeArmond went under. Maybe Grizz knows. I don't know. All I know is that I sucked. I mean, absolutely sucked. 8 is what I got. 8. And we couldn't get out of the first day without 2 12s beating 5s. What the heck is it with the 12s and the 5s? Could not get out of the first day without 2 12s beating 5s. The lower-seeded teams won 6 of the 16 games yesterday. 6 of the 16 games. It's just absolutely crazy. So a dude won the women's national championship in swimming. Bill Thomas, ironically, with 2 names, 2 guy names, is now Leah Thomas. After transitioning from the men's team at Penn University to the women's team and easily winning the 500-yard freestyle championship, national championship. The NCAA allows this. So, in effect, the NCAA is discriminating against natural-born female athletes. I mean, that's the world we live in now. In an effort to be totally woke and totally accepting, the NCAA allows you to transition. Well, nobody's going to transition from a woman to a male. They're not going to be able to compete. But a male transitions to a female, dominates. The NCAA celebrates that. And in the meantime, who's left on the outs? The women. The natural-born women. Women that have been women all their lives. They're the ones that end up on the outside looking in. And it's a shame. It really is a shame. By the way, speaking of women's sports, this show is not going to be real politically correct. But speaking of women's sports, ESPN.com's lead headline this morning is, quote, "It's that time of year. Make your picks for the women's tournament," close quote. For the first time ever, they're using the women now get the March Madness moniker attached to their tournament as well. I saw this headline, just saw it quick, saw tournament, ESPN Tournament Challenge, I saw Make Your Picks, and I was thinking, wow, they're letting you make your picks the day after the tournament has started? And then I looked at it again and I see, women's tournament challenge. Make your pick for the... I'm being totally honest here. I'm not being sexist. I'm being honest is what this is. Is there anyone out there that's ever made out a women's bracket? Anyone? No, I want to know. Is there anyone out there that's made out a women's bracket? Because I would like to know. And a lot is being made about the women wanting equal treatment in the tournament, which, as much as I get that, I mean, that's what they're getting now. They're getting the same gift package that the men get. They're getting the same meals that the men get. They're getting to call it March Madness. All of these things. The women want the equal treatment. They got an initiative called Our Fair Shot. We want equal treatment. All right. We want you to spend as much money on the women's tournament as you spend on the men's tournament. There's only one problem with that whole scenario. The NCAA says that the women's tournament, the last numbers that they got in, which are from the 2019 tournament, the women's tournament operated at a $2.8 million loss, which is the largest loss of any NCAA championship. The men's tournament had a $917 million profit. So the disparity between the revenue created by the men's tournament and the revenue created by the women's tournament, it's only almost $1 billion. $1 billion swing there. But hey, we want to have yogurt like the men have yogurt. We want to have the same swag package that the men get. They don't even say the men's tournament is sold independently to CBS and TNT and TBS and all. That's all. The men's tournament is sold independently. The women's tournament is lumped together with, Grizz was watching the NCAA wrestling championships last night on ESPN. They take the women's tournament. You can't sell the women's tournament independently. They take the women's tournament and they lump it together with all of these other NCAA championships, like dudes, winning the women's swimming championship. They put it all together and sell it that way. Just a fact. All right, over there in that little glass room with the slanted ceiling, playing the Platters That Matter, the Stacks of Wax, answering the phones, stoked for a little spring training baseball today on top of the madness. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. It's Football Friday. He's living large.
Who in the blue hell are you?
I'm the producer of the show. If I didn't step up, you're nowhere. I put this thing together on a stick polish.
Brilliant! I've got $100 smoking in my billfold. I know I ought to save it, but it's burning a hole. Right through my pocket and into my skin. Come Monday morning, I'll be broke again. It's finally Friday, I'm free again. I got my motor running for a wild weekend. It's finally Friday, I'm out of control. Forget the working blues and let the time roll.
Someone call someone because there's a cleanup on aisle 3 as a man is down.
It's like taking poison, like rat poison.
It's not St. Patty's Day, so that's a different day entirely.
I got nothing left, Chris.
My goodness, you okay over there?
I thought.
You doing all right? I'm doing fine though.
I thought that my pipe was all right today. I thought it was going to be a little better today.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to Ricky Medlock this morning, and I realized that, oh my God, it's worse than it was yesterday. I thought it was going to be better than it was yesterday, and it's worse than it was yesterday. I mean, this thing is in rough shape, so I'm relying on you. Like that song Patches, like the Elvis song?
Yeah.
I'm relying on you, Patches. I'm relying on you to kind of carry the family name here a little bit. I need you to kind of get me through this thing today.
That's a good song.
And then we lose Alan Bell. Minutes before.
Come on,
when
Alan,
did he text you?
Literally right before the show.
So we lose Alan Bell Jr. minutes before the show.
Right before the show.
And that's it.
And to be honest with you, I do fill out a women's bracket. I have Alabama going all the way.
Alabama made the women's tournament?
And the NIT.
In the NIT?
I filled out my women's NIT bracket.
The women have an NIT?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They
played Troy last night. We had it on the air.
The men's. You didn't make out a women's.
Did we tell you?
You did not make out a women's.
No, I didn't make out a
NIT.
NIT. No.
But
I do know a little bit about the women's tournament. I mean, the women's basketball.
The men.
Yeah.
The men's NIT tournament generates more revenue when they play for 69. We're number 69. What do you say when you win the NIT tournament? We're number 69. We're number 69. I mean,
we were almost there.
The tournament for the teams that didn't get in to the tournament, that does more, revenue than does the women's March Madness. Now, Kramer said, text window, Kramer said, I did an autofill for a women's bracket so that I could enter a work contest. Not sure when it begins.
Not bad.
He's not sure when it starts. He autofilled it. When does it start? Is it today? I think it starts today, maybe. Is that right? Look, Chris is looking it up. I think it's. No, he started yesterday with they had their first four.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought it started sometime. Yeah,
they had the first four.
I didn't pay attention to it. I literally watched like almost. Isn't it crazy how the games when they're later in the day they're more intense than the games like earlier in the day? Like for instance, like Kentucky going into overtime and just being like just that 15-2 game, intense late afternoon game. I mean, my goodness, I swear. I was watching the Vermont-Arkansas game. I mean, that game was intense. I feel like the night games were just more intense than watching them during the day. Maybe it's because you're at home and you're kind of in that vibe or whatever. But I don't know. I just felt like they set up that really well. The way that no one would have said St. Peter's would upset Kentucky, and my bracket is screwed. I know that I think I'm tied for fourth with everybody in the Redmont Vodka Challenge. So. I pulled off a nice little first day score, but I'm only like my possible points is like 57 with Kentucky being out. So I don't know how the rest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you look at your possible points,
my possible points are 98. So does that mean I'm in a boat race? I'm at 318th place.
I guess depending on how today works out, or if you lose out on a lot of your games, and I kind of come out on the winner on that. But I don't know why I would only have 57 possible points if my first day was so good. But I guess because my champion was kicked out in the first round, maybe that's probably why. I mean, there's still like 100-point scores that are possible on there. I saw a couple people with 99. I mean, there's still people that are further down, but they're still they're gonna at the end of it.
Well, yeah, because the first day you're getting a point for every win,
right?
You know what I mean, and then the points change as time goes on. So there are people that still have an opportunity to have big points.
And I could still have 3 of the final 4. So
yeah. Yeah,
and
I'm
the runner-up.
seeing some people like there's a guy in 38th place, Billy's Bogus Bets. He's in 38th place. He had 12 points, but he has a potential of 114.
Yeah.
He's tied with a guy, Adams T32, who had 12, but his possible points are 44, which is what I think your total possible is.
I think
somewhere
it was like 57.
In
I think mine was 57.
Yeah, you're 57 in the total points. So I understand that. My possible total points is 98. So I'm healthy the rest of the way, but I only got 8 yesterday. I got 8 yesterday. And I feel like, is this a common thing lately with John Calipari? It feels like Kentucky.
Right?
It does, doesn't it? But do you know that John Calipari has the winningest record of any coach that is, at least 20 years in right now in the tournament? I mean, his tournament record is 56-16 after the loss last night. That's better than Mike Krzyzewski. His winning percentage in the tournament is .778, whereas Krzyzewski is .764. Tommy Izzo .712. Bill Self 700. Scott Drew is 680. Jay Wright 667. Bruce Pearl 600. Bruce Pearl's 15-10 in the tournament. John Calipari 56-16. So it feels like, though, this has been a running theme lately with Kentucky, that they have just underperformed. But that was very disappointing. There was no doubt about that. And again, you had 2 12s beat 5s. I'm not the Michigan win. I had Michigan in my bracket winning that game. I know that the Michigan win, that was an 11 over an 8 or whatever it was. In that one, but the reality is that Michigan was favored in that game anyway. Michigan could make a little bit of a run. They could make a little bit of a run. The other thing that I've noticed in the past, that was an 11-6 game. Michigan beating Colorado State. That was an 11-6 game. The other thing I've noticed is, and We'll see what happens today. We got both Alabama and Auburn playing today. Auburn, before the end of the show, tips off. Auburn's tipping off at 11:40. Alabama is like 3:15, I think. But the reality is, it always seems like when there's carnage on day one, that day two, for whatever reason, is a lot more chalky. We'll see today whether today follows the chalk, whether it's calm today. But it's almost like the teams and the coaches, they can point to it and say, look what happened yesterday. Now, you better have your freaking head screwed on straight, because look what happened yesterday. You also wonder about, a lot of these higher-ranked teams have more of the one-and-done, two-and-done type kids, and some of these other teams that we never hear of, that we don't even know they exist. I mean, who ever heard of the Pelicans of St. Peter's? But these other teams that you don't know about, they're all, juniors and seniors. They've been playing together for 3 or 4 years. None of them are going anywhere.
Yeah. And it's just, I just think because it's like if this was college football, like St. Peter's wouldn't be able to beat Kentucky.
No,
you know what I mean?
No.
It would just be it would be a mud hole stomping by Kentucky. I mean, it would just. But that's the thing about college basketball that's so great, is that these teams can come in and beat a team like Kentucky and create this magic. But that's the thing, is coming into that game, this was like the 10th time since '85, and then the record's like 9 and 135 before coming into that game for a 15 seed to even beat a 2 seed. So it's just when you look at Michigan being an 11 seed and going on a run, you kind of expect that. But when you see obviously St. Peter's going and beating Kentucky, I mean, that's why 95% of the brackets are busted right now. So, I mean, that's what I love about college basketball.
I wonder if 5 years from now it's going to be a little different, and I'll say it because of this. I wonder if the free transfer, the transfer portal, is going to change this, because if you're a decent kid, like if you're Teddy Buckets, what an annoying pain in the ass that kid is. But he can ball, right? Man,
I needed UConn to move on. I would have had 2 losses. Ugh.
If you're Teddy Buckets and you can go in the transfer portal and go to a big-time program, if you grew up, if you came into your own, if you were lightly recruited out of high school and now you're a freshman at at New Mexico State or someplace like that, or a sophomore, you can now transfer. I mean, anybody in the country would take that kid, right? I mean, tell me that, that Bruce Pearl or Nate Oates or John Calipari wouldn't take that kid right now? I mean, everybody in the country would take the kid. I wonder if we're going to have more movement because of the transfer portal, and down the road we might not have as many upsets. I don't know. They are glorious long as things straighten out, because as much fun as it is to see these upsets in the early round, if a team makes a run like this all the way like to the Final Four or something, then you're like, oh, this is so cool. Look at Virginia Commonwealth. Look at Valparaiso making a run to the Final Four. And then you realize, I got to watch Valparaiso? I got to watch VCU in the Final Four? No, I don't really want to watch that.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get there, you want Arizona, you want Kansas, you want Duke, Now, Gonzaga used to be that team. Now Gonzaga is like a blue blood almost. I mean, they're not, because they've never even won. But they're kind of like a blue blood. By the way, the Orion Amphitheater opens the week before, on May 14th. Thank you to the text window. My listeners know everything. So good job by those guys. Who's opening the Orion Amphitheater? Who's the first act that's playing at the Orion Amphitheater? They're just tuning it up for Skinner. They're just going to tune it up for Skinner. That's all that is. Let's get a break. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, Alan Bell Jr. was scheduled in the next slot. He is not joining us today because of a prior commitment. I have no pipe left. I have one of the greatest guitar players on the planet in Ricky Medlock Jr., the lead guitarist for Lynyrd Skynyrd, coming up at the top of the hour. I have no pipe left. So I'm asking you guys to contribute. I don't care what the hell you want to talk about. I'm asking you to contribute. 256-576-4977 gets you into the show. Join us next, right here on the Thom Abraham Show, 97.7 ESPN. This
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Heads up, sports bettors. Free month to sign up now.
The NCAA basketball tournament continuing today on 38. On the money line, Auburn minus 2,500, Jacksonville plus 1,100. Alabama will take on Notre Dame. The Crimson Tide favored by 4 points, minus 176 on the money line. Picks over under in that one, 135.5. On the money line, UAB plus 315, Houston minus 410. For VSiN.com, I'm Tony Desiri, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
The PGA Tour's Korn Ferry Tour is coming to the Rocket City. Join us at the Ledges for the inaugural Huntsville Championship, April 29th through May 2nd. Rising stars chase their PGA Tour dreams. Cheer on the future of golf up close and personal. Tickets are on sale now at HuntsvilleChampionship.com.
Tom Luganbill here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Hey there, Bob Baumhauer here. Baumhauer's Victory Grill is your big game headquarters all fall long. And with our new fall features, every day is game day at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Try our pregame starters, including our homemade onion strings, always fresh hot lips, and our all-new Buffalo Dippin' Chicken appetizer. Our main events include incredible chicken, fish, and shrimp selections, always featuring local Alabama Gulf seafood. And don't forget our Sunday Blitz, 11 to 6. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
The kitchen is the heart of any home. It's where the family gathers. It's where kids discover old recipes and make them their own. Just starting out or just now getting started on the dream kitchen you've always wanted?
I'm Chris Haygood, and from all of us here at Bob Wallace Appliance to the home builders and the homeowners of the Huntsville area, a heartfelt thank you for buying local. We're in Huntsville, Florence, and Coleman, and online at bobwallaceappliance.com.
TOC Sports has been there for you. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what does that mean? It means for more than 20 years, Alabama's largest orthopedic group has been there providing coverage and care to more schools and student athletes in the Tennessee Valley than any other group. It means whether you are the star football player, the all-region volleyball ace, or someone who hurt their knee in a weekend pickup basketball game, TOC Sports physicians are proud to have the opportunity to care for all your orthopedic needs. It means for parents, coaches, athletes, desk jockeys, or even weekend warriors, TOC Sports physicians continue to meet and exceed the orthopedic and sports medicine needs of our community. But most importantly, during these challenging times, we're here for you now, and will continue to be here. So as long as there are players on the field, games to be played, and contests to be won, the orthopedic specialists from TOC Sports will be ready to help. We don't know what the future holds, but you can count on the TOC Sports team to stay committed to you, so you can stay in the game. Call 256-539-2728 today and ask to see a TOC Sports physician. Check them out online, also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
For over 20 years, Audio Insight has been designing and installing systems that integrate today's technology into homes and businesses all over the Tennessee Valley. At Audio Insight, they don't provide one-size-fits-all system solutions. Instead, they design your system from the ground up based on your valuable input. By working closely with you, Audio Insights can ensure that your system will meet your performance, budget, and aesthetic needs. Visit the showroom at 1229 Putman Drive off Jordan Lane and experience some of their fine products firsthand. Visit audio-insight.com to learn more.
Are you in the market for a recreational vehicle? Do you want to get out and see more of this beautiful country? Well, imagine hearing the laughter of your little ones enjoying gooey s'mores by a cozy campfire and making lasting memories with your friends and family from the comfort of a new camper. We can make your dreams come true at Hall's RV. With over 15 years in the camping business, we know how to get our customers into the perfect camper. We have several models and floor plans here for you to choose from, both new and used. We're family owned and operated with fantastic deals and great service. Everyone wants to work with people they can trust, so come on down to Hall's RV and get the deal of a lifetime. We'll treat you right and get you on the road in the camper of your dreams. Visit us on Highway 431 in Albertville. Hall's RVs, where we sell fun. or see us on the web at www.hallsrvsales.com.
Thom Abraham here from my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A partly sunny sky this afternoon, maybe an isolated shower. The vast majority of us going to end up staying dry. Still going to be warm this afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the mid and upper 70s, only dropping into the mid 50s as we head into the overnight. A slightly better opportunity for a couple of isolated showers as we head into your Sunday. Still, most of us staying dry, partly sunny. Temperatures hanging out in the mid 70s. Showers and thunderstorms are going to be more widespread Monday afternoon through Monday evening. Some of those thunderstorms could pack a bit of a punch. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
April means A-Day.
You know, folks, the more things change, the more they remain the same. Alabama is still Alabama.
Listen to Alabama football all season long on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Segment of Thom Abraham Show is brought to you by Valley Equipment Rental. Valley Equipment Rental has everything you need to get the job done like a pro. The pros use Valley Equipment Rental, so why wouldn't you use Valley Equipment Rental? They got more skid steers and excavators than anybody in the Valley. They've got a second location opening up to better serve the contractors out there with larger equipment, and they'll have that out there on the North Parkway as well, so you want to check out that. Just north of Winchester Road is where you'll find them there. But they also, if you're reticent about using a piece of equipment, that means, concerned about using a piece of equipment, they'll teach you. They'll give you a little crash course in it. They'll make sure that you're right. They'll get you right. So check that out, Valley Equipment Rental. I wanted to tell you about our great zone deal today because we have Metro Diner up. It went up this morning at 8 o'clock. It's gone. Let me tell you something, folks. You got to be on top of these deals because they're so great. They come and they go. I mean, we had Bad Daddies last week, sold out in 2 hours. The Metro Diner this week, boys were down there this morning, sold out in 2 hours. Our next one coming up next week, Guntersville State Park. Now, I put it in there for our Final Four Fecta. I'm going to give you away one of these in our Final Four Fecta. But Guntersville State Park, a cliffside room and a $30 voucher for dinner or breakfast at the Pinecrest Dining Room, which is open Thursday through Sunday. And there's nothing more romantic than a cliffside room at Guntersville State Park. I mean, it is amazing up there. It's a $190 value. I only got 20 of these. $190 value. You can get it for $95. $95. Grizz, what's coming up the first Sunday in May? Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, of course.
Mother's Day.
Of course.
Of course, Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, of course.
Wouldn't this make a great Mother's Day gift?
For sure.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
For the woman in your life or for your mom. I mean, what a great gift for $95. $190 value. I want to take care of that. And then the following week,
yeah,
Gibson's Barbecue.
Ooh,
is on deal.
Nice.
I mean, Gibson's Barbecue, spectacular.
And be ready too. Be ready because
that'll go fast.
That went fast, just like today with Metro. I mean, just be ready for it. 8 o'clock.
Gibson's won't last 2 hours. Gibson's might
45 minutes.
It might set a record.
I think we were almost through the first hour in Metro, and it was like there was 8 left.
Brandon hits the text window. He says, was concerned yesterday that Tom's pacemaker may have slung a rod and he face planted on the red button that self-destructs the radio station.
Oh, man.
Glad to see that it was just a second glitch this week. Does Calipari ever recover from this loss? Okay, regarding yesterday, this was
oh, my goodness.
This was I mean, only during my show, right, could this happen? But this was, first thing that happened was we had, where the Big Dog production studio is,
right.
We had an internet outage. And it lasted about 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so we had an internet outage which disconnected my studio to the mothership. That happened. Okay, so then we got that fixed. Well, there was nothing to do. It just came back up. So it came back up right when Grizz was opening the second hour.
Of course it does. They're like,
yeah.
Fate knew not to. Fate knew not to let me talk. They were like, "You're good.
Tom's not here.
We're good."
Tom died. I got to take over the show for a second. And I'm hollering at him like right when it happened. I'm yelling at him. I'm here. But he's doing the show, so he can't hear me.
I could hear you like in my head, and I was trying to just block it out. I was actually blocking it out while I was talking.
If there was ever a need for a cough button, man, right now is a need for a cough button. I am dying over here. Let me knock out one of these things.
you gotta produce your own one. You're over there.
Holy man, I have one. I could do this
I
right here.
I can't mute you. I couldn't mute you.
Now I'm back. Now I'm back. So I have it. I just don't.
I do have a cough button. I just don't know if it works.
But you don't know when I'm coughing.
That's what I'm saying. I can't predict
you have to
when you cough.
anticipate my cough.
It's like a sneeze. I can't predict when you're Woof.
So then,
a
half an hour after that happened,
gosh,
yesterday, the station, the building, not the radio station, the entire building, took a major power burst and outage. And it was only the station only went out, the building only went out, Chris, for a few seconds, right?
It was in
terms of the power being out.
It went it just hit, and the board started buzzing. I had my headset in, so it like buzzed in my head a little bit, but everything just kind of, it was like a flash. That's all it was.
But then what happens is that when that happens, everything goes off.
Yep.
And a radio station, and when everything goes off on a radio station, it takes a while for the station to boot back up. All the equipment, the board, all of that stuff has to boot back up.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what's going to happen today. We got storms coming through. We've had lightning this morning.
We had some rumbles this morning. I mean, when they were doing Talking Ball, I mean, I was just kind of sitting in here, and I mean, it felt like it was coming into work this morning. That's what it looked like outside. It looked dark. It looked gross. But I don't know what's going on too much because I haven't been paying attention to it. But yeah, be careful. And I haven't had any issues yet. Cross my fingers, knock on wood. But we're good to go right now.
So can you imagine you got a girlfriend? She's a pretty good girlfriend, right? But you got this girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you see this other girl. And she's over there, and she's kind of better looking than your
window
girlfriend.
Shopping.
Yeah. I mean, she's better looking than your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And she kind of winks at you a little bit. And you think that maybe I got a shot.
Nah.
Maybe I got a shot is what you're thinking. So what you do is that you tell your girlfriend, you just sit tight for a second. Well, yeah, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to go over there for a minute and hit on her. You're at the club. So I'm going to go over there and hit on her a little bit. And you hit on her, and you talk to her, and you spend some time with her. And finally she says, you know what? This ain't going to happen. I'm not going to go out with you. So you go back to your girlfriend, and you say, we're good, right? It's all good, right? And she's like, screw this. This is exactly what's going on with Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
Exactly.
I mean, Baker Mayfield is sitting there playing through injury, giving it his all. I mean,
how about Matt Ryan? Hey, we're going to go after this Watson guy. We're going to throw the bank at him. Hey, you want to restructure that contract one more time?
Yeah, but he's been there a long time. He
I know. Go to the Colts and win, man, or maybe win.
Go someplace where they're more ready to win.
I'm happy for him. Go somewhere else and maybe win.
Why are all my people calling me?
Why are you calling right now?
Does anybody know? This is Thomas now. Why is he calling me? Does anybody know that I do a radio show? My father called in the first segment. Now my son is calling me. I mean, I got low ratings in my own house. I got low ratings in my own family, apparently. I mean, it's just nuts. Well, let me get Badger Larry in here. Badger Larry, welcome to the show. How are you?
Sounds like I'm better than you. You struggling, son?
Yeah, I am struggling. I'm circling the drain right now, man. I am hurting.
Well,
so what's going on?
I missed the first part of the show, unfortunately, but just wanted to know if you what your take was on Davante Adams trade.
Well, he look. Aaron Rodgers knew that this was coming. According to Davante Adams' agents, the Packers offered him more money than the Raiders did, but it's his lifelong dream to play for the Raiders. Davante Adams has always wanted to be a Raider. And the fact that his college quarterback, who he had great success with, is there, just added that much juice to it as well. So he's going to his childhood team, the favorite team that he ever wanted to play with his former quarterback. And all the Packers could do was offer him more money. They offered him more money than the Raiders. So what are you going to do? So Rodgers knew. Rodgers isn't going to have a hissy fit. And now we'll see. They get the Raiders' first-round draft pick and their second-round draft pick this year. It's a great draft for wide receivers. We know these guys are most effective in the first 4 or 5 years of their career. So let's see what they do. I mean, let's see. I don't know what he's going to have with him for Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm not upset about it at all, to be honest with you. He's 30, almost 30 years old. It's time to start going the other direction. So getting a first round and a second round is that's legit. So I'm tickled with that because I think we'll get a wide receiver and linebacker, and I mean we'll be in pretty good shape because we were able to restructure a lot of people's contracts. So we got most everybody coming back. Now we got another $20 million of cap money coming. But so
yeah, you got room. I don't think that there's much out there. Do they sign a Julio Jones or something like that? I don't know if you go after an aging guy to see if you can catch lightning in a bottle, with something like that. But, I think they're going to have their pick of some really good receivers. They may take a couple of receivers early on in this draft. They're going to have a pretty good look at some receivers, I think, early on in this thing, and we'll see where they go. I'm seeing Chris Olave out of Ohio State going to the Packers at 22. One of the mocks I'm looking at right now, I'm seeing Chris Olave there. And then I'm seeing him taking a tackle out of Central Michigan with the second pick.
Yeah, they're pretty good already. So you put some young guys on the team with them. It's just like reloading. So
yeah,
not bad.
We'll see. What do you think about Wisconsin in this tournament here? Are they going to let us down, or are they going to hold the banner up? What are they going to do?
They got a legit player on that team. So I mean, I think they're going to do well. To be honest with you, crossing my fingers.
Yeah.
I think Auburn would have a real problem with that Badger defense. So that's what it's looking like.
I'll give you a free pick from Steve Merrill. He likes Colgate with the points tonight. With the points. Not to win the game, but with the points. Likes Colgate. So it's an interesting pick right there. We'll see.
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me because they will play down to down to the level. So that wouldn't shock me either. So
second day of the tournament, a lot of times it straightens up in the second day of the tournament. So it'll be interesting to see what it looks like in the second day of the tournament.
Yeah, keep an eye on that Davis. He's a hell of a player.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right, brother. Have a good one. Bye.
Grizz, we can have the games on. Should I bring my tablet tonight? Should I bring my tablet tonight? We can have the game on in the TLC Ice Suite. We can have the madness on.
Wouldn't you rather watch the game? But I mean, both. I mean, I can have it on my phone, too.
You got timeout and things like that.
I can put another game on my phone, too.
I'll put the tablet on. That's what I'll do. I'll
bring the tablet.
Games. We'll put it on the table. By the way, Big John, we need to hear from you. I need you to text me or something.
Because he texted you. I didn't get his information from
I thought he had one other stuff before. I think I got his contact
I might have his. I'd have to look.
I have the tickets, Big John.
I think I put his name archived somewhere.
We're going to the TOC Ice Suite tonight. I have his tickets. I have your tickets, John. So we just have to meet somewhere in the lobby of the arena, and we'll be all good to go. All right, we'll get a break. We'll come back. Final segment of this hour. We'll set you up for hour number 2 next, right here, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. We're still a place to call for your insulation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on 2 services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatedwitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
Thom Abraham here for my friend Ross Roberts and his team at Valley Equipment Rental. Coming in April, Valley will have a second location opening up on the North Parkway between Winchester Road and Bob Wade. They'll be offering bigger contractor-only type equipment, including 10K reach forklifts, 300 series track hose, and larger rollers and dozers, along with other equipment. Valley Equipment's 2 locations will better serve the region and allow them to grow their fleet. Valley Equipment Rental, locally owned for 10 years, where they put more care in every rental.
Hey, Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford back again to talk to you about how easy it is to make a custom factory order. Just click WoodyAndersonFord.com, hit the top banner, then start making your selections. It's really simple, and you'll end up with the exact vehicle you want. Not only is there no extra charge to custom order, but at Woody Anderson Ford, we'll take 5% off MSRP on top of any additional factory rebates on the 2022 F-150, Bronco Sport, Explorer, Expedition, and Ranger. Another option for you is a certified pre-owned. We have over 100 Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned models to choose from. Our Ford Gold certified are low mileage, gently used with great warranties. They've passed a 175-point inspection by certified technicians and come with a 24-hour roadside assistance, plus a full tank of gas and a fresh oil change. Also, don't forget our service department is offering a free pickup and delivery when it's time for your next Ford service. Woody Anderson Ford, Jordan at Sparkman. Hope to see you soon.
The PGA Tour's Korn Ferry Tour is coming to the Rocket City. Join us at the Ledges for the inaugural Huntsville Championship, April 29th through May 2nd. Experience the beauty and drama of the course firsthand. Witness golf's rising stars chase their PGA Tour dreams. Cheer on the future of golf up close and personal. Tickets are on sale now at HuntsvilleChampionship.com.
When I chose a garage door company, I did my homework. I needed Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. They have a 5-star Google rating. I checked their reviews and liked what their customers had to say. Precision Overhead Garage Door has lifetime warranty packages. Same-day service if I call before 2 p.m. If they can't make it the same day, my service call fee the next day is waived. They did a 25-point safety inspection on the door and operator. Now that's peace of mind. Residential, commercial, and gate services. Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. Call 256-400-4500.
Ann Adams with Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate is the one name to know if you're buying or selling real estate. With years of local experience, Ann Adams offers buyers in-depth knowledge of the local housing market and will narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in so you can save time when shopping for your new home. If you're ready to sell, Ann offers a seamless process using accurate pricing and expert negotiation skills to make sure you get a fair price for your home. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or log on bhhsriserealestate.com.
You probably wouldn't leave thousands of dollars on the table at a diner. Why leave thousands on the table with your tax return? Jackson Hewitt will help make sure you don't. This year, there are thousands of dollars worth of new tax credits. Your Jackson Hewitt Tax Pro will help you track down every last one, so you get your biggest refund guaranteed. Don't leave thousands on the table this year. Discover thousands of dollars in tax credits instead.
Check, please.
Learn more at jacksonhewitt.com.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really...
Talk radio lineup in the state of Alabama.
Thank you so much.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Football Friday means football music. Except we're at the top of the hour. Probably going to drop a little free bird on you with Ricky Medlock coming up at the top of the hour, the lead guitarist for Leonard Skinner. Ricky was with Skinner back in the day when he started, back in the early days. And then he left. He was Blackfoot, Train, all of that. And then he came back in 96 and has been with them for the last, 15, 18 years. And, nobody can rip Freebird like Ricky Medlock. I think he's one of the great guitar players on the planet. And he's coming up at the top of the hour. All right, let's go to lines. Brandon is up. Brandon, welcome in. How are you?
Well, I'd love to say I'm better, but John Calipari managed to piss all over my bracket last night, and I don't know. I guess yesterday when the show went dark, that should have been an omen for me to go change my bracket.
So many brackets are jacked up because I wonder if we're just all in the same pool with that. You know what I mean? When you get a team that goes out like that, unless, nobody had them getting beat in the first round, somebody might have had them getting beat in the second round, but it's almost like it's relative. You know what I mean? Everybody's bracket got blown up by that.
Oh, I completely agree with you, and I feel like the people who wanted to say stuff about Alabama getting beat last year, this is much worse. The talent level that he's got on this team is a better talent level than Alabama had last year, I think. And to get beat by this, I wonder if Calipari, how much this sets him back, and does he recover from it?
Yeah. No, I think he recovers from it. I just wonder if at some point in time, and this was a little bit of an unusual team. Some of the other teams that got upset that were loaded with one and dones and freshmen and things like that. This team actually had a little bit of veteran leadership on it. That's what makes this one kind of surprising that this happened. But he'll bounce back. He's the winningest tournament coach active right now of anybody, including Coach K.
Wow.
So he's still that.
Wow. Did not know that.
Yeah. I didn't know that either. I thought for sure that he has a better winning percentage than any coach on the planet in the tournament right now. So I think he's all right.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right, man. Appreciate it. All right, we get a break. When we come back, let's go sideways on a Football Friday. Skinner is coming to Huntsville May 20th. Ricky Medlock is the lead guitarist for Skinner. He'll join us next on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Attention Huntsville, this is your very last opportunity to purchase the best lakefront living for North Alabama. Saturday, March 19th on 43,000-acre Pickwick Lake, Alabama Land Sales will be offering the final release of prime lakefront home sites in a gated community with paved private roads, central sewer, underground utilities, and low taxes. Direct waterfront with amazing views starting at just $49.9. The first 4 phases of new-to-market parcels sold in one day, so set aside Saturday, March 19th to take advantage of this final release and learn more by taking a video tour at 888-544-LAKE.com, then call 888-544-LAKE for an early showing. That's direct lakefront with 153 feet of water frontage, just $49.9. Gated community, convenient to Huntsville on Pickwick Lake. Call or click 888-544-LAKE.com, then call 888-544-LAKE for an early appointment.
Outdoor season is coming. Can't wait.
Here at Brooks & Collier, neither can we. Outdoor season is also grilling season.
And we have plenty of grills and smokers in stock from Traeger, Blaze, and Big Green Egg.
There's the greenhouse, new indoor items and home furnishings as well.
Whatever it takes. Browse over 2 acres of furnishings. Can't wait.
How about you? North Alabama's indoor and outdoor living headquarters for over 75 years.
813 Meridian Street and at brooksandcollier.com.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. Here's what's happening. Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson has narrowed his list down to teams he's willing to be traded to 2. That would be the Saints and Falcons, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. Atlanta pushed back the $7.5 million roster bonus due to quarterback Matt Ryan from today to Tuesday, giving the Falcons 4 extra days to hear Watson's decision and Ryan time to vet his trade options. New Orleans made multiple moves to absorb Watson's $35 million salary for the 2022 season in a potential trade. Stay tuned to ESPN Radio for the latest on this story. Duke coach Mike Krzyzewski's his final NCAA tournament run tonight when his Blue Devils face Cal State Fullerton in their first-round matchup. Coach K is retiring after this season. NHL Vegas star Jack Eichel left last night's win over Florida with an upper body injury. He'll be reevaluated further today.
Basketball was a rich 91.
Filling out and busting brackets since the 1970s.
Let this be a reminder to you all that this organization will not tolerate failure.
We are 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
Alabama in tournament action today. The Crimson Tide taking on Notre Dame. The Irish favored by 4 points, minus 176 on the money line. Fighting Irish plus 146. The over-under at 153. Auburn is going to face Jacksonville State. The Tigers favored by 16 points over the Gamecocks with an over-under in that one at 138. Auburn minus 2,500 on the money line. Jacksonville State plus 1,100. UAB Blazers taking on Houston. UAB an 8-point underdog. Over under 135.5 on the money line. UAB plus 315. For vsin.com, I'm Tony Desiri, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Online at 97.7ESPN.com.
Stream them online.
Call in.
It's an important job, and it's an vital organization.
Tweet in and join in. We are 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You need to move more like a dog.
Like what you guys are doing. You've got your fingertip on the pulse of your listeners. You guys know what they're talking about.
Be a dog.
God bless the show. You are the Messiah.
We need more dogs.
This is the best show on radio.
The big dog, Thom Abraham, is here with you.
Hey, I see you. I see you, dog.
So settle in and get your bark on.
That's my dog.
Now live. Here he is, the big dog.
Let's go, baby.
Thom Abraham.
How you doing? 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 How you doing?
Look, I don't speak Spanish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
Do you know who I am?
I mean, that guy sounds like El McPherson farting into Miles Davis' trumpet.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond? Get off my lawn.
I have to drag my Yankee ass out of here.
I can't never get tired of listening to it. Now, I get to listen to the show in headphones. I literally can never get tired of listening to it. I don't play it every night, but I never get tired of listening to it. Welcome back. Hour number 2 of the Thom Abraham Show. This segment of the show is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford. The service department at Woody Anderson Ford is second to none. You get your vehicle service there. That will get you in and out. And look, it doesn't even have to be a Ford to get serviced at Woody Anderson Ford. They can take care of you. Woody Anderson of Madison as well. All of those guys can take care of you, and they'll do a great job for you. All right, we'll get the phone lines open up again in a little bit. But now an opportunity. You know we bump with Sweet Home, we bump with Freebird. We're big into Skinner here. And when I heard that Skinner was coming to the Orion Theater, the Orion Amphitheater, on May 20th, it'll be the second weekend of the Orion Amphitheater. I just blurted out last week. I said, I ought to see if I can't track down Ricky Medlock. He's one of the great guitar players in the world, and friend of a friend of a friend. Let's see if we can't get him. Now, I know he's into fishing and he's into sports and all that kind of good stuff. And he joins us now on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. Ricky, welcome to the show, man. How are you?
Hey, how about you, Tom? Sounds like you guys are rocking over there. I'm listening to the bump music and thought I was on stage playing already.
Let me tell you something. You know what's weird? I was out of Nashville for years, and Darius Rucker would call the show, or we'd have Hank Williams Jr. on, or there were music guys that were into the sports stuff. They were like very much into sports stuff, and sports guys were very much into the music guys. It's like a lot of musicians, they get more excited sometimes talking about sports, and a lot of the sports guys get more excited talking about music. I don't know why that is. It crosses over that way, but it was always that way when I was in Nashville.
Well, you know what? Goes back with me. I was raised in fishing. My grandfather used to take me fishing all the time for bass and crappie and brim, and he was big into it. As a matter of fact, I still got my very first original bait caster reel that my grandfather bought for me when I was about 6-7 years old. I still got it in my garage. And I've been into bass fishing for many, many, many years. And it still goes today. I have some very good friends of mine down in Florida that I like to get together with. A guy by the name of Joey Berg and Roland Martin's fishing buddy, Jerry Brousseau, are all down there in Florida, big bass guys. I'm good friends with Jimmy Houston. I haven't actually had a chance to get with Jimmy. He's invited me many times there in Oklahoma to go with him, and I haven't been able to get the opportunity. But I am big into Bassmasters. Goes all the way back into my late teens, early 20s, and I used to watch Bill dance all the time. Mm-hmm. And got to meet Bill when I did about a half a dozen grand openings of the Bass Pro Shops around the country. So, yes, you could say I'm a sports guy. Big into conservation I am. And, protecting our waters and, our bass fishing waters especially. Down in Florida, I'm I donate to Captains for Clean Water and all that kind of stuff. So, man, I am into the fishing thing, period.
Any of the other guys, the current Skinner guys, do they get into it as well? Because it seems like the exact opposite thing. You guys, when you're on stage, the high energy, you're in the spotlight, all of that, and then fishing is like the opposite end of the spectrum. You're out there, you're by yourself, it's quiet, there's nobody's throwing their underwear at you or anything like that. It's a totally different deal. Is there any of the other guys into it like you are?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Gary Rossington, one of the other original guys.
Yeah.
He loves the bass fish. As a matter of fact, he has his own private little lake, and he walks down there about every day and gets in his small John boat, and he goes out and, floats around and bass fish, and, it takes the edge off of everything for him. Johnny the singer, when he gets the chance, and he's always busy doing a lot of other stuff, but he enjoys relaxing and going fishing once in a while. But I'm just an avid fisherman. I love bass fishing. I love to redfish, snook fish, the saltwater thing. So, I am big into it.
Yeah, Ricky Matlock with us here. Skinner will be in Huntsville on May 20th at the amphitheater. All right, now, Ricky, I'm just going to say it. I was saddened in 2018 when I heard that the farewell tour was starting in 2018. Ricky, it's 2022. Is the farewell tour still on? Or what's going on? It was the farewell tour, and you guys are still touring.
Well, here's where the problem comes in. What the farewell tour was all about was that we were going to stop doing the 80 to 100 shows a year.
Right.
This all had to do with Gary's health. He had developed a heart situation that just would not be possible for us to continue to be under that kind of pressure anymore. So what we decided to do was announce a farewell tour to all that big 80 to 100 shows a year. That's what that was all about. We were going to do special gigs throughout the year, maybe special events, maybe a residencies in Las Vegas or Atlantic City or down in Florida at the Hard Rock, something like that. But when the COVID thing came around and shut us down in 2020, we had, I think it was around 64, 65 shows that were on the books. Well, people had bought tickets for those. And we felt really bad about people going out and spending their money on tickets and, everything getting shut down. And so what we decided to do, we said, okay, look, we know we did the farewell to all the heavy duty, touring, but we want to go out and make good on what we had promised to do to finish out, the band. We missed European dates. We missed South American shows. We missed shows everywhere, especially here in the United States. So what we're doing now, we're going out trying to cover ourselves and make up for all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Calling it the big wheels keep on rolling.
There you go.
And at some point, we'll all be done and finished. But right now, the band's most important thing is to go out and make good for the fans. Because look, when we announced that tour, we were overwhelmed by how many people were saying, God, no, don't do this.
Yeah.
So we actually are starting to feel like the southern version of the Rolling Stones, where we go out and listen, man. We play, and nowadays we're about 3 to 4 generations into fans. I mean, we see it from 10 to 80. 10 years old to 80 years old.
Yeah.
So, not many 80-year-olds are going to sit there and get pounded by the 30 and 40-year-olds. You know what I mean?
No,
but,
not. Yeah.
You see the generational thing happening, and it's beautiful. So, which means you got a legacy of music there that you don't want to walk away and just forget about it. You know what I mean? People love that music. They have gotten next to it all their lives. It's the older people, plus they passed it on to their kids, and those kids passed it on to their kids. So the next thing you know, you're 3 to 4 generations of that music being handed down in families. And it's amazing to us. And so we're getting ready to go out again this year. I think we're doing somewhere between 45 to 50 shows.
Wow.
So, if you see us coming in your area, I urge you to get out and see the band, because the band is doing really great right now. Went out last year, and everybody just said, "Oh my God, it's phenomenal." So there you go.
I can't believe the energy that you still bring to the stage. Ricky Medlock with us from Leonard Skinner. Now, I've got a son that's 23, 24 years old that's a musician and is in a band and all that stuff, but he's got an old soul, and he is like a historian when it comes to the great guitar players. I mean, guys that were gone long before, Stevie Ray and all of those guys that were gone long before he ever knew them, but he knows all you guys. I told him last night, I said, I'm trying to get Ricky Medlock to come on the show. He told me that your grandfather, Shorty Medlock, that he wrote Train, Train. And I said, no, that's a Ricky. He says, yeah. He goes, I think his grandfather wrote Train, Train, that you did, of course, with Blackfoot. Is that true? Did your grandfather write that song?
He's very up on it. That is very true.
Wow.
It started out as an old kind of Mississippi Delta country song that when he was young, he wrote it. And come forward all the way up into 1977, 78. We wrote it, we changed it around and made it what you hear today. But, he got all the writer's credits for it. He wrote it, and we just flipped it around, made it into a rock song, Southern rock song, and it's a Southern rock anthem now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So your son was dead on it.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. And so one of the things that I had to ask, and I hope I get the right answer for me on this one.
Yeah, man.
Things change. In my gig, every day it's different. We're getting trades made. We're getting different things that are happening, whether it's the fishing world or whether it's the sports world. Things change all the time, so there's always something fresh to talk about. You're out there and you're playing Freebird, all right, man? And you're playing that lick, and I refer to it as the instrumental is the single greatest piece of music ever recorded in the history of mankind. I don't care, Bach, Beethoven, I don't care what it is. That 5 minutes of instrumental at the end of Freebird is spectacular. And I've heard it hundreds and hundreds of times. You've played it thousands and thousands of times. Do you ever get tired of it? Do you ever get sick of it when you're actually doing it? How do you bring that same energy to it, and you guys sound so perfect when you play it every time?
Well, think about it in these terms, okay? I was with the original band, and a lot of people think that, they count me as an original member because I came in to the original band actually as a drummer.
Right.
I played drums, and that's the way I came into the band. When I came back with the band, I got in the band. Gary hired me because he didn't have Alan Collins anymore, one of the original guitar players. And Alan is the guy, of course, that wrote with Ronnie, wrote Freebird, and Alan was the guy that developed that ending. So when I came into the band, my style and Alan's style was very similar. So I came into the band and told Gary, look, I'll do it every night, man, to honor what Alan wrote. And, and at the same time, put some of my style into it, and we'll develop it like that. Well, I use all the basics, basically, that Alan did, and I'll put a little bit of my style in and stuff, but I stick to the basic lead. And actually, that lead has grown into, that whole song is 14 minutes long.
Yeah.
The solo itself is about probably 7 to 8 minutes long.
Right.
So I play it every night, and I'm honored to be able to play it. It's one of the things that I'm most proud of, and I end the show with it every night, and I'm exhausted afterwards. My hands are killing me. But you know what, man? It's a great honor to be able to stand there and play one of the greatest rock and roll songs that have ever been written and played.
Yeah.
So I never get tired of playing it. None of the Skinner songs I ever get really tired of playing because they're all great songs. And they'll be here a lot longer after I'm gone, that's for sure. So they're never ending. You know what I mean?
Of course, and Sweet Home is the anthem around here. I don't know if you've ever been in Tuscaloosa at an Alabama game when they play Sweet Home right before the game, and the student section really started it with they added the Roll Tide Roll, you know what I mean, in between the Sweet Home Alabama. Yeah. And it is so perfect. I mean, the timing of it is phenomenal. Now, I got to ask you about an old wives' tale, because I've told this story a lot of times. I think it's a lie. I'm not sure, but it sounds cool. I was told at one particular point in time that the way the Freebird instrumental came about, the long version of the Freebird instrumental, was the original band were playing that thing, and they were in a small pub or a bar or someplace playing that deal, and Ronnie had to go to the bathroom, and he told the guys, just keep riffing, I got to go to the bathroom, and he got off the stage and went to the bathroom, and those guys just kept going for like 10 minutes playing that thing. I don't think that's true, but it sounds good.
Well, it sounds good, but I believe let's go back to the old wives' tale. One of the reasons why, first of all, the song was basically written as kind of a love ballad.
Yeah.
And at one point, the song wasn't going over very well live, and it wasn't until the band came up with that ending to let Alan, finish out, won't you fly high, Freebird, yeah.
Yeah.
And it took off from there. That's really the way that whole thing came about, was the fact that the song really wasn't going over well with the audience. They needed to do something with it, and that's what they ended up doing.
Yeah. The Ricky Medlock with us. One of my favorite performances.
The old wives' tale sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
I like that story that I tell. I'm going to keep telling that story. Probably I'll just make it up. One of my favorite performances is when you guys did it with Kid Rock. On stage. I forget what the show was. It was one of those award show deals or something. But that was great. But you also played with another band a little bit, because they're always looking for nobody makes this sound anymore. You can't find this kind of music anymore.
Right.
And so we were looking for it. The guys, my listeners are harassing me about, freshening up the music a little bit. Enough with the, Constance Skinner and Molly Hatchet and Marshall Tucker Band and all the stuff that Almonds, all the stuff that we like to play. And so we started playing a little bit of Blackberry Smoke, and they got a cool sound. And you play, and then I saw in your bio, you played a little bit with Blackberry Smoke. Is that right?
Well, here's the deal. I've written a couple of songs that they've done. And I know Charlie Starr and the guys real well, and he and I have written a couple of things together with another writer or two, and that's how that whole thing developed. I haven't actually, I've sat in, and jammed with them and stuff like that, but I haven't actually ever been, a part of the band, other than, writing, a song or two,
right,
and let that be it. But they've toured with us a pretty good bit in their in their time.
Yeah.
And we always enjoy having them on the road with us. They do really great, and Charlie and them they're killing it right now.
All right, so I'm gonna get you hooked up with my good buddy Mark Zona, and his show is the #1 fishing show that's out there, and I guarantee you, Zona's an old rocker too, and he's gonna want to get you out on a boat with him. So we'll figure out a way to get you two guys together and shoot a show together out there, and I'm gonna come see you guys on May 20th at the Orion Amphitheater. It's nothing like Skinner outside. Besides, are you kidding me? Looking forward to that big show in Huntsville. Telling people they got to get their tickets fast, because this thing is going to sell out in a hurry. But Ricky, I appreciate you so much, man. I appreciate what you guys do, obviously, and you just keep on rocking.
Tom, listen, thanks so much for having me on the show, man. I really appreciate it. And stay in touch, and tell Mark Zona the challenge is on.
I'll tell him. We'll make sure we get that. I might tell Scott Martin too, man. He's got a show. He's got the Scott Martin Challenge. Roland's son, he's an outstanding professional fisherman as well, and I know Scott well as well. We'll get you on all the shows. I'll get you on all their shows.
Let's do it. All
right, man. I appreciate you. We'll see you on the 20th.
Thanks so much, Tom. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. Thank you. Ricky Medlock. Grizz is not in his head.
Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool?
Pretty cool.
pretty cool.
Fanboyed a little bit, but you're good.
Fanboy. There's no
doubt.
A little bit. No doubt I fanboyed him. No doubt I would admit that.
So anytime we get a Braves guy on. Yeah.
No, for me, I could talk to, I could have Aaron Rodgers on or Tom Brady on. I wouldn't fanboy him. The athletes don't do anything to me. But
Alan Bell, when we get Alan Bell on, I fanboy a little bit.
Yeah, Alan Bell a little bit. But the musicians, are you kidding me? A guy like that?
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm 62 years old. I've been listening to that stuff since I was 13, 14 years old. That's been in my soul and in my heart. Southern rock has been my thing, and Skynyrd has been my band since the beginning.
I think that's the difference between me and my little brother is that, I have an old soul too. I listen to the classics and what you consider the classics or whatever nowadays. You know what I mean? But I still listen to like older music, and I'm just weird like that. I just like music entirely. I'm not like my brother and my sister who probably just listen to the same kind of things, genres that they enjoy and they like.
And I, he used to listen to the show in Florida. He has a home in Fort Myers.
Yeah.
That's where this goes all the way back. We met actually at a Toyota dealership. He was picking up a 4Runner, and I was picking up something. I don't know what it was. They were They were a sponsor back in 2002, 2003, and that's where we originally met. And then my dad had a building in Page Park in Southwest Florida that he sold to Skynyrd, to Al Nally, who is their manager, and to Skynyrd, which they converted into a recording studio. So Skynyrd's recording studio in Florida is a building that my father sold to them.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So and my dad's building now is like 2 streets over, in this Page Park, business park.
Yeah.
And so you'll go by there and they're on 3rd. The building he sold to those guys is on 3rd Avenue and my dad's is on 5th. And as you drive by the recording studio, you'll see the big Skynyrd trucks sometimes are parked a semi, that's parked out front and
awesome.
Everything else like that.
Yeah.
So there's that little bit of history. But for me, I'd love to hear from the listeners. Who would it be for you to talk to, or even for you? Like if you were to talk to somebody that's not in the sports world, that's in the music world, I don't even know who that would be. You know what I mean? For some guy that's a younger guy, that would get you man, I would love to talk to. Boom, that person. I would have loved the opportunity to talk to Stevie Ray Vaughan. He died when he was 35 years old. I'd love to have that opportunity to talk to Stevie Ray Vaughan. But I think Ricky's in that genre of guy. I mean, he is one of those kind of players. He's that good. So anyway, you want to react to that? Go ahead. We'll get back to the sports and much, much more. It's all coming up right here. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
The NCAA basketball tournament continuing today. Auburn taking on Jacksonville State. The Tigers favored by 16, over under 138. On the money line, Auburn minus 2,500, Jacksonville plus 1,100. Alabama will take on Notre Dame. The Crimson Tide favored by 4 points, minus 176 on the money line. The Fighting Irish, who beat Rutgers in the play-in game, are plus 146, over under 153. UAB taking on Houston. The Blazers an 8-point underdog, over under in that one, 135.5. On the money line, UAB plus 315, Houston minus 410. For vsin.com, I'm Tony Desiri, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Hey man, this is John Dees, pastor of Cross Point Church. Hey, whether your own marriage is like 1st and goal on the 1-yard line or you're sitting at 2nd and 26, there's things that can be learned which will help us grow in our marriages and grow closer to God and to each other and to finish the game well. So if you are married, single, or single again, our new marriage series, I Do, Building Our Marriage, is for you. Join us this Sunday at Cross Point Church at 9 o'clock or 10:30, smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison, or check us out at cpcfamily.org.
Thom Abraham here from my friend Ross Roberts and his team at Valley Equipment Rental on the South Memorial Parkway. Did you know that Valley Equipment Rental is independently owned and operated by local folks right here in the Valley? They are celebrating 10 years in the business this year and have grown to be North Alabama's largest supplier of rental skid steers and mini excavators. Now, if you have a question about what tool to use, just call them at 964-6081, and the pros at Valley Equipment will get you into the tool that you need for your specific project. Valley Equipment, more care in every rental.
Hey, this is Justin with the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill. We'd like to invite you to North Alabama's premier patio bar and grill, where at the factory, we have something going on each and every night. Monday night, steak night. Tuesday night, karaoke. Wednesday night, the Jeep community comes out for Jeep Jam. Thursday, it's bike night, the biggest in the valley. Friday and Saturday, live concerts on our 4,000 square foot patio, along with drink specials and a beautiful staff. What are you waiting on? We will see you at the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill.
Hey, Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford back again to talk to you about how easy it is to make a custom factory order. Just click WoodyAndersonFord.com, hit the top banner, then start making your selections. It's really simple, and you'll end up with the exact vehicle you want. Not only is there no extra charge to custom order, but at Woody Anderson Ford, we'll take 5% off MSRP on top of any additional factory rebates on the 2022 F-150, Bronco Sport, Explorer, Expedition, and Ranger. Another option for you is a certified pre-owned. We have over 100 Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned models to choose from. Our Ford Gold certified are low mileage, gently used with great warranties. They've passed a 175-point inspection by certified technicians and come with a 24-hour roadside assistance, plus a full tank of gas and a fresh oil change. Also, don't forget our service department is offering a free pickup and delivery when it's time for your next Ford service. Woody Anderson Ford, Jordan at Sparkman, hope to see you soon.
TOC Sports has been there for you. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what does that mean? It means for more than 20 years, Alabama's largest orthopedic group has been there providing coverage and care to more schools and student athletes in the Tennessee Valley than any other group. It means whether you are the star football player, the all-region volleyball ace, or someone who hurt their knee in a weekend pickup basketball game, TOC Sports physicians are proud to have the opportunity to care for all your orthopedic needs. It means for parents, coaches, athletes, desk jockeys, or even weekend warriors, TOC Sports physicians continue to meet and exceed the orthopedic and sports medicine needs of our community. But most importantly, during these challenging times, we're here for you now, and will continue to be here. So as long as there are players on the field, games to be played, and contests to be won, the orthopedic specialists from TOC Sports will be ready to help. We don't know what the future holds, but you can count on the TOC Sports team to stay committed to you, so you can stay in the game. Call 256-539-2728 today and ask to see a TOC Sports physician. Check them out online, also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Outdoor season is coming. Can't wait.
Here at Brooks & Collier, neither can we. Outdoor season is also grilling season.
And we have plenty of grills and smokers in stock from Traeger, Blaze, and Big Green Egg.
There's the greenhouse, new indoor items and home furnishings as well.
Whatever it takes. Browse over 2 acres of furnishings. Can't wait.
How about you? North Alabama's indoor and outdoor living headquarters for over 75 years.
813 Meridian Street and at brooksandcollier.com.
Attention Huntsville, this is your very last opportunity to purchase the best lakefront living for North Alabama. Saturday, March 19th on 43,000-acre Pickwick Lake, Alabama Land Sales will be offering the final release of prime lakefront home sites in a gated community with paved private roads, central sewer, underground utilities, and low taxes. Direct waterfront with amazing views starting at just $49.9. The first 4 phases of new-to-market parcels sold in one day, so set aside Saturday, March 19th to take advantage of this final release and learn more by taking a video tour at 888-544-LAKE.com, then call 888-544-LAKE for an early showing. That's direct lakefront with 153 feet of water frontage, just $49.9. Gated community, convenient to Huntsville on Pickwick Lake. Call or click 888-544-LAKE.com, then call 888-544-LAKE for an early appointment.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really appreciate our parts department.
Contact Bob Wallace Appliance at 256-533-2121.
Redmont Vodka and Vulcan Gin. Alabama-made premium quality spirits owned by our very own Charles Barkley. 8 times distilled, gluten-free, and non-GMO. Whether you choose to sip Redmont on the rocks or blended with your favorite mixers, you will definitely be able to taste the difference. Pick up some Redmont Vodka and Vulcan Gin today. Available in ABC stores and package stores. For more information, visit us at RedmontDistilling.com. Also, follow us on Instagram at Redmont Distilling. Support local, enjoy responsibly.
From the Fox 54 Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A partly sunny sky this afternoon, maybe an isolated shower. The vast majority of us going to end up staying dry. Still going to be warm this afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the mid and upper 70s, only dropping into the mid 50s as we head into the overnight. A slightly better opportunity for a couple of isolated showers as we head into your Sunday. Still, most of us staying dry, partly sunny. Temperatures hanging out in the mid 70s. Showers and thunderstorms are going to be more widespread Monday afternoon through Monday evening. Some of those thunderstorms could pack a bit of a punch. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Bring that playoff intensity every day to our shows.
Bring it on, Chop. Let's go.
Okay, maybe just for Drew DeArmond.
Me.
Listen for Talkin' Ball with Scott Tyson and Drew. Weekday mornings starting at 7 on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Segment of the Thom Abraham Show is brought to you by North Alabama Mortgage, where Brian Hammaker and his crew will take care of you with a conventional VA, FHA, or USDA loan with a purchase or a refinance. It's North Alabama Mortgage. I'll get you in the right product to make sure that you get the best rate that you can possibly get. You know, they are VA specialists over there. They work very hard for the veterans, and not only in Alabama, but Florida and Tennessee as well. That's where you'll find North Alabama Mortgage. We'll get to the phones here in 1 second. But I got to tell you, Grizz, there were a lot of great moments yesterday. There was no doubt the tournament opened with an absolute bang. No moment, though. No moment yesterday was better than this.
Or maybe he's got to go on Vern's shoulders. We got Toss holding Pfeiffer. Kelly is not tall enough. Major issues here in Portland. Why don't we get a new ball? Why don't the cheerleaders, they're used to going up high. Let's get get the cheerleader up. Get her up there. This is how you do it. Give her the mob. No, she's got it. Oh, what a play. The cheerleader saves the day. And that's her one shining moment.
That was outstanding. What a great call by Andrew Catalan, a rising star. And what a great call. And somebody said they got a cheerleader and she stood on the shoulders, of the guy cheerleader, to get that ball down. Yeah. That's not true. She didn't stand on the shoulders. She got up on his shoulders. He walks her over to where the ball is stuck on the top of the backboard. He walks her over with her standing on his shoulders. Then he takes her by the feet, and he lifts her up over his head, and he's holding her, and she's balancing.
Yeah.
It's one thing to be up there, and you're practicing it. You do these cheers that you do and all that other kind of stuff. But now she's doing something that's unusual. She's balancing in his hands up over his head. He's holding her, and she grabs the basketball and pulls it down. One of the great moments in tournament history, and then he drops that's her one shining moment. That was fantastic.
Well, I mean, it was better shining moment than Indiana. I mean, they were down by like double digits, so Indiana never really made that a game in that game. So
that was a 5-12 where you would think Indiana would be the 5 and St. Mary's is the 12,
exactly.
But it was the other way around.
Exactly. It would have been a better, I think, great job, the announcers, but it would have been great if Kevin Harlan was doing it. I mean, my goodness, it would have been so elaborate. I don't know that Harlan could have done that any better than Catalan did. Yeah.
He's calling it, and then he drops the That's her one,
One
shining,
shining moment.
That is, that'll live on.
And I love how they're wearing masks. The announcers don't wear masks, or the person interviewing doesn't wear a mask, or the players, or the coaches.
No. All right, let's go to the lines. Phone lines are open. If you want to jump in, go ahead and do it. Steeler Mike is up next. Steeler Mike, welcome to the show. How are you?
Tommy, I'm great, man. I need you to do me a favor.
Yeah.
Don't ever apologize for the music you play. If you had a radio station and played yours/my type of music, I'd listen to your station every day. Love it, brother.
I appreciate you. And I get crap from some of the guys who are like, freshen it up, man. Freshen
Even Throwback
it up.
Thursday?
And I'm like,
Young
Bucks.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll agree with you on the Indiana moment of watching Kentucky get beat yesterday. It was beautiful. Go Vols. Obviously, Murray State was a fantastic basketball game last night. But the cheerleader thing, my wife and I rewound it 2 or 3 times and watched it. That was absolutely great.
Yeah, I got chills. It was listening to him do it and seeing him do it, and what a moment for that kid. And both of them, the guy that's holding her up, he's got to have great balance, and her fearless. High. Think about it. The backboard has got to be 14, 15 feet in the air. So she's up there like 15 feet reaching up and grabbing a basketball. It's not like up there doing sis boom ba, holding up a sign that says noise. She's grabbing a basketball while she's balancing in the guy's feet. Now, she looked like she weighed about 85 pounds. But still, that's something.
She had to kind of go through a maze to get up there. It wasn't like she's just going straight up in the air.
Yeah, he walks her over on his shoulders, and then so that was cool. And then he fishes her up through like she's a fish tape. You know what I mean? Like he just fishes her up through the wires and everything so she can get the ball.
Sure. Hey, quick question. I wanted to give you a little grief. Obviously, shocking turmoil in Cleveland again. We got problems with Baker, and it feels like a new time and era. The Steelers have cap room. The Steelers are signing free agents. It's unbelievable. I just kind of wanted to get your take on the AFC North, since you and I are probably the only 2 people this time of year that care about the AFC North. Guys, keep doing what you're doing. Fantastic show. Thank y'all so much. Go Vols.
Thank you.
And tell Wolverine Dan don't take this ass whooping personally.
Okay. All right. He's up next, by the way. So, we'll be able to tell him that right off of the bat. Go Vols, because I got a little jingle-jangle on the Vols to win the whole thing at plus 1,800. So I am a big Vols fan.
Oh, thanks, Kentucky.
My money is a Vols fan.
By the way, all that money in that tournament, and there's not a stick or some kind of gadget long enough to get a ball down from a goal. From all these years of playing basketball, we still have the issue of where you're outside and you get it stuck, or you're like at the court and you get it stuck, and you got to get another ball or somebody else to help you.
Listen, if Cleveland can fix the problem that they have with Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield is healthy, I like Baker Mayfield more than I do Mitch Trubisky for the Steelers. I'll take Baker Mayfield over Mitch Trubisky every day of the week. Now, if you told me I could have Jimmy Garoppolo, and you told me that he would stay healthy, I would take a look at that. But
you don't want a Matt Ryan? A proven guy?
He is a proven guy.
Been to the Super Bowl MVP?
He is a proven guy. He is a Super Bowl almost MVP. Matt Ryan, could he go there and do what Matt Stafford did for the Rams?
You'd have to be like all these other teams where apparently they can just start buying all these great wide receivers that are on the market, and like the Rams just got Robinson, so it just seems like they're retooling again too. Russell Gage went to Tampa Bay. That's another weapon.
People, you got to move around. You can't afford him. You cut your guy.
That's another weapon for Tampa Bay to use with Tom Brady being back.
The Steelers are going to go back to being a run-first team. Najee Harris is going to have 1,800 yards next year. It's going to be a big part of that deal.
I get it because you're a Browns fan, but you don't think Mitchell Trubisky can win with the Steelers?
Win what?
Do you think he can make
the playoffs like he did Chicago?
I hope he makes the playoffs and he beats the Bills.
That would be something.
How about that? Opening weekend, first round, and he goes and beats the Bills?
Wouldn't that be something? If he beats Josh Allen and the Bills in the playoffs, that would be something. I don't know that they're a playoff team right now, but they got a great coach. and Mike Tomlin. So, there is that. There's time for Cleveland to fix this. You probably have to give him an extension. You probably have to say to Baker, look, man, I mean, that was one of the guys. We had to take a snip. We had to kick the tires.
Yeah.
It would have been better if the Browns had bailed on it instead of the Texans and Baker, instead of Deshaun Watson telling Cleveland, I'm out. It would have been better for Cleveland to say, yeah, we took a look, but we're good with Bake. We'll just stick with Bake. Baker is the little girl with the curl. You just don't know what you're going to get, and I don't know if he's going to stay healthy. He's a barely 6'1" quarterback. I mean, I really have liked the guy, and I appreciate what he's done. But for the narrative that Baker Mayfield, brought the Browns organization back and got them their first playoff win in 26 years and all of that, what about Nick Chubb? What about Kareem Hunt? What about their Andrew Berry, their GM? What about Kevin Stefanski? What about the offensive line that they put together? It's one of the best in the entire NFL. What about Myles Garrett? What about the defensive backs and Denzel Ward and those guys? This is not just – it's not like Baker Mayfield showed up by himself, took a team that was 1-31 and made them a playoff team. There's a lot more to that. Maybe, and I don't want to get struck by lightning here, maybe Bake was actually holding them back a little bit. Maybe he was the weak link of the deal. Does a great commercial, though, that's for sure. Wolverine Dan is next. Wolverine Dan, welcome to the show. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. I just got done making 2 dozen oatmeal chocolate chip cookies.
Okay. Well, but the only way I get excited about that is if I'm eating them. Are you going to a game tonight? I'm going to be at the game tonight at the TOC Ice Suite. You going to be at the game?
What, is there a game tonight?
Wow, they're playing Peoria, the next best team and the two best teams in the league.
I got the grandbaby. She's not even a year old. I got to watch my girl. So
you used to be the biggest Havoc fan. Now you don't even go to the game anymore.
I am the big. I renewed my season tickets, brother. Come on. Hey, I got a house I'm working on, Tom. I'm focusing on where I live. When it's finished, I'll have you over with the wife. And it'll blow your mind. Big screen out of the big patio, football, and you come over to my place. I'll barbecue. You'll love it, Tom. So right now it's work mode until I want to get it done by the first kickoff of a football.
Did you hear Steeler Mike? He said, "Wolverine Dan, don't cry when Tennessee beats that arse."
No, just hold on. Hold on here now. Wait a minute. Well, first off, I want to let you know I've lifted a lot of girls over my head back in the day. I used to belong, Tom, I don't know if you knew, but I was a semi-professional Russian dancer.
Russian?
Right, yeah, I wore Cossack boots and everything. Oh, yeah, I throw the girls up in the air, baby.
Wait a minute, you were that guy?
I got video. Next time you come over, I'll tell you what, in the fall, not only will I treat you to a football barbecue, but I'll show you my dance moves back in the day. They recorded it.
So, now when was this? This in college? When was this?
1980, 81.
So in college. So this was before you became a hairdresser. So you were a male cheerleader and then a hairdresser. I just want to get this right.
It's not even a cheerleader, dude. It's Russian dancing. You try to Russian dance. You get up there and do that.
Oh, Russian dancing. Oh, it wasn't the
Russian.
Oh, okay.
All right, now, with that said, all right, this Pittsburgh Steeler guy, I'm going to give you some stats that maybe might kind of wake you up a little bit, maybe make you a little nervous. Down 15 points, bam, we win the game. Hunter Dickinson, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
21 points, 6 rebounds, and he's got that little jump hook like the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the sky hook. You can't stop that. What touch on a ball. The guy is just unbelievable. If you don't stop that, you ain't going to win the game. 4 players, double figures, all right? Well-balanced offensive attack. And then the last 20
They lost 14 games, I'm just saying. They lost 14 games.
It don't mean nothing. It's just like the hockey players. You get a hot goalie, you're going to win it all. Now, 60% the last 20 minutes. 12 out of 14 free throws. And then we got a guy, Brooks. at the end of the game, if we're leading, which I think we're going to, he gets the ball. He's 90%, so go ahead and foul him. You're going to get many points on the free throw line. And then let's finish with the fantastic freshman, Frankie Collins. Yeah, the foot-long hot dogger, baby. That dude poured him in, played at his private time. Oh, boy, the future holds well for us. Everybody loves Michigan. You ought to hear everybody. They love Michigan's just that school. That school is on the map. Everybody loves. Now, with that said, you tell that Pittsburgh guy, and if I do lose, I'll eat my crow Monday. But you know what? The skyhook's going to shut you down, brother.
Keep in mind, the Vols shot 60% in their game. They had 5 guys, Vescovi, Jordan James, John Fulkerson, Kenny Chandler, Ziegler. They all were in double figures. I'm just saying the whole team was in double figures. You run into a buzzsaw with this Tennessee team.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. It's you and your SEC homer stuff, all right?
I am an SEC homer.
Happen. We're shutting down the SEC, okay?
Yeah.
So I think
brother.
Yeah, that's because I did that for Bama's Act, don't you? I can't believe you got to erase that, man.
I think that'll live on in perpetuity.
I did it for Bama's Act. Come on now, you know that. I'm not a big fan. I'm nowhere near a Bama fan. You know that.
I know.
Okay, but hey, next time we see each other, I'll whip out the Russian dancing, brother. You watch.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
All right, there's that many guys with, hey, I got a lot of testosterone. I'm macho. Not a lot of guys can say I was a hairdresser and a Russian dancer and still get away with it. Because you know why? Because I'm bad to the bone, baby, and I still pump my iron at workout. Roll Tide, brother.
Wolverine Dan. You're going to end up, they should have called it, you're going to end up on the same list that Jonathan Schaefer did, Grizz.
Yeah.
Jonathan Schaefer was my Nashville producer, and Wolverine Dan would call there, and every time Wolverine Dan called for like 6 months, Jonathan Schaefer would play the guy, remember when they were beat by Appy State and the guy blocks the kick and the guy's, that the guy screaming like crazy on the block kick. Every time Wolverine Dan called before he put him on the air, he would play, and he got to the point where at some point he got so mad, Wolverine Dan, he called out Jonathan. He goes, I'm going to come up there, I'm going to beat your ass. You tell me where to meet you now, I'm going to beat your ass. And that was 13 years ago.
You know where I am, Dan.
14 years ago. So if you do it too much, Wolverine Dan will snap. I mean, he has an ability to snap.
I'm not going to do it too much. I'll do it every once in a blue moon when he picks Alabama. And
They're liable to snap.
You know where I am, Dan.
Let's get a break. We'll come back and wrap this sucker up next right here on 97.7 ESPN.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
March means basketball, and nothing goes better with basketball than a little badness from Bad Daddy's Burgers. Pair one with one of their signature cocktails or assortment of local craft brews. Bad Daddy's is the place for chef-inspired burgers, giant chopped salads, and craft beer. Enjoy the madness with some badness at Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, 2317 Memorial Parkway. Check out our menu and even order online at BadDaddy'sBurgerBar.com.
Ann Adams with Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate is the one name to know if you're buying or selling real estate. With years of local experience, Ann Adams offers buyers in-depth knowledge of the local housing market and will narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in so you can save time when shopping for your new home. If you're ready to sell, Ann offers a seamless process using accurate pricing and expert negotiation skills to make sure you get a fair price for your home. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or log on bhhsriserealestate.com.
I love overpriced stuff. Avocados, designer t-shirts, artisanal water. That's why I get my internet from the other guys. Paying more for the same stuff. What could be better?
Wow is better. For just $19.99 a month, we give you the super fast, extra reliable internet you need. Act now before this deal is gone. Internet 100 for just $19.99 a month. Plus, learn how to get up to $300 on us. Sign up at Huawei.com. Wow. Limited to new customers with auto pay and paperless billing. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Offer subject to change. Restrictions and terms apply.
Are you in the market for a recreational vehicle? Do you want to get out and see more of this beautiful country? Well, imagine hearing the laughter of your little ones enjoying gooey s'mores by a cozy campfire and making lasting memories with your friends and family from the comfort of a new camper. We can make your dreams come true at Hall's RV. With over 15 years in the camping business, we know how to get our customers into the perfect camper. We have several models and floor plans here for you to choose from, both new and used. We're family owned to Hall's RV and get the deal of a lifetime. We'll treat you right and get you on the road in the camper of your dreams. Visit us on Highway 431 in Albertville. Hall's RVs, where we sell fun. Or see us on the web at www.hallsrvsales.com.
If you're ready to lower your potential, our primary goal is to save you money, and lots of it. Typical clients realize their return on investment within 3 to 6 months. That means the re-insulation actually pays for itself and then some. See if we can help you. Contact Eagle Insulation today, 256-755-1556, or log on insulatewitheagle.com.
New message.
What up? It's Heather's cousin. You dated her in college, or maybe you were just in the same class. Anyway, I heard you bought a boat, my man. Let's hit the water. Oh, and Heather told me you always liked, snacks and stuff, so I could totally bring some chips.
When you get a boat, you also get new friends. Make sure Progressive's one of them, and get coverage today for as little as $100 a year.
Hey, also, I'm a little short on cash, so can you cover the chips? Thanks. I can see why Heather liked you.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy not available in all states.
Normally, when you call a roofing company, all you hear is on what you need, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement, commercial or...
Local sports is covered right here.
I appreciate what you guys do for sports, but also for high school sports and taking time to talk to us. That means a lot, and I appreciate what you guys do and appreciate you having us on.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
So I'm going to watch it on TV.
The game's on. Oh, I almost forgot. I'll be right there.
We like sports and we don't care who knows. From shooting hoops to the Super Bowl. We like sports and we don't care who knows.
Football, tennis, hockey, golf.
The game is starting. Everyone is here. I got my snacks, my friends, and a beer.
So I'm going to watch it on TV.
Are you ready for football? A Monday night party!
So I'm going to watch it on TV.
What to watch on TV tonight is brought to you by Dave Bond and Audio Insight, where they do a tremendous job, whatever it is you need, a job big or small. We had a little job to do. We had to move our TVs. Chris, how'd they come out? Did they look great or what?
Great stuff. Great job.
It's tremendous.
I mean, seriously.
Much easier.
It's so easy. It didn't take them long at all.
Well, because they're talented. And
very talented.
Yeah, they did a great job.
To be able to just take it up and put it up, I mean, it was perfect.
Yeah. They put the TVs up in our studios for us and did a great job with that. And whether it's a business application or it's a home application, Audio Insight can take care of you. Just check out their website at audio-insight.com. That's audio-insight.com, or visit them at 1229 Putman Drive off of Jordan Lane. That's 1229 Putman Drive. Tell them that you heard about it right here on the Thom Abraham Show as well. All right, what to watch on TV this weekend is the tournament, right? I mean, we just got to watch the tournament. It's right now, last I saw, it was 11-11. Is that right? They're at the, I think they're at the 10-minute mark, but it was 11-11 the last I saw. On TBS is where you'll find the Auburn game right now. So Auburn and Jack State tied up at 11-11. Our coverage of Alabama's game against Notre Dame begins at 2:15 with the pregame. Tip is at around 3:15. So that's coming up as well. But just watch the tournament all weekend long.
See you tonight.
I want to watch the fishing tournament, too. Tomorrow morning on FS1 before basketball.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning you can watch the bass fishing tournament.
And I guess I'll see you tonight.
Santee Cooper. And I'll see you tonight.
Yeah.
At the Havoc game. Going to do it for us. Chuck Oliver is next. And then Alabama, Notre Dame right here on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Tom Luganbill here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day.